team. I want to welcome you to this month's monthly team call with myself, Jimi Nitso, Senior Ruby, and Mandy Kirkendall, Ruby Ambassador. And we have Sheila Cornett with us, who is here in person with me. And Sheila is one of my level 1 ambassadors. She has been an ambassador since August, and this is actually her second. Yeah, and Taryn too. Okay, I think she's gonna butt into every one of our calls, guys. Yeah. Anyways, be patient with me tonight. So this is Sheila's second time being signed up as an ambassador, and I know just from things that she's told me and other people that have commented that knew her before and know her now. They just comment a lot on the difference in her, hold on baby, okay, between that time and this time. She just has a fire lit in her now, and she is doing amazing. And there's a few things that she does that I think maybe a lot of us don't do it. I know I need to do more of it. It's just kind of doing it the old school way and not so much hiding behind Facebook. So I'm super impressed with her, and it really, really works for her. So I wanted her to share some of her tips and what she's doing with everybody, because it's just completely amazing. So I am going to go ahead and turn it over to Sheila.
Thank you.
I think I forgot to say Sheila is a silver ambassador working on gold.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, definitely. And it's all because I'm older, which makes a difference.
You didn't have to say that. Tim Marie's not on.
Yeah, that's true. She would be. She'd be telling everybody how old I am. And Jimmy talked to me about doing this and how I was communicating with my ambassadors.
Sorry, Jimmy,
and what was so important.
Yeah, I'm trying to right now.
Thank you.
Hey, Sheila, give me just a second. I'm going to mute everybody, and then I'll have to unmute you. Okay, I think you're unmuted, Sheila. Go ahead. Oh, no, now you're muted. Sorry, guys. Oh. I think we're both unmute. I will let you do it, Sheila. Sorry.
Let me unmute myself.
Yes, you're good. Go.
Okay. Quick, I'm going to go before it stops. Anyhow, when Jimmy asked me to do this and was asking me some of the things that I was doing when we get together and meet, I realized how important it was to communicate. And just like Jimmy said, this is my second time around with Plexus, and the first time my sponsor didn't communicate with me at all. I would hear from her maybe once a month, if that much. And I felt lost. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And I really don't want my customers or my ambassadors to feel the same way I did. It's not a good feeling at all. I'm very blessed now, though, to have Jimmy as my sponsor. Jimmy's amazing. She's helped me considerably, and it's a whole different adventure for me this time. Some of the things that I'm doing, I like to talk face to face with my customers when I can. I have both customers and an ambassador where I work, and I make a point to stop in and see them as often as I can and make sure that things are going well for them and if they have questions or problems. I started out inviting people to work with friends to the sip and sees as we were doing them, and people would always say, yes, I'd love to come, but remind me. So I thought, okay, so I got some bright pink paper and I cut little squares and I would write all the information and give them the reminder, which seemed to help. But then I thought, how much better if I put it on the back of my business card. That way they have my business card and the information, and that helped. It helped a lot. just recently I sent out Valentine's greetings to all my customers, all my ambassadors, and about 20 people that have been on the fronts that I've been following up with. And I didn't mention Plexus. I just wished them all a happy Valentine's Day. Told them I was thinking about them. And I got about 15 or 20 Facebook messages back from people saying thank you for thinking about them, and the fact that they were enjoying hearing from me on Valentine's Day. I thought it was a good thing. I'm trying to connect more and more with people on Facebook through messaging without mentioning Plexus, just reconnecting with people from school that I went to high school with, and just connecting with what they're doing and their family and their kids and what I'm doing. And it's been really cool because I've gotten a lot of feedback from people that are enjoying the fact that we are reconnecting. And I'm not mentioning Plexus, but many of them say back to me how happy they are to see my passion for Plexus, which makes me happy because that way I know that they're seeing how I really feel and they're not thinking that I'm a pest, that all I'm doing is posting about Plexus, that they're seeing the passion I have. That means a lot to me. I've had several customers that I talk with on the phone or text, and they don't want to have anything to do with the computer or ordering product or changing product or deleting product or whatever. And one of them I even didn't want to go onto the computer to sign up as an ambassador. So I even did that for them. So they give me the information. I go in and take care of it for them, and it makes them happy, and it makes me happy because I know it's done right. I even have one friend that just became a preferred customer that doesn't even have a computer, and we text back and forth, and I went on the computer and got it all set up for her, and it made her happy. She didn't have to do it. I'm using that, building my MLM to stay on top of my follow-ups. I don't know if you have looked into it, but it's well worth $1.99 a month to have all your information there and your calendar every month to see who you need to follow up with. And you put all the information in there as to what they're ordering, when they ordered, when they need to reorder, so you can kind of keep on top and nobody falls through the cracks if you keep it current. I talk to my customers, my ambassadors, right after they order, when they get their product, to make sure they have gotten their product and they know how to use it. And then I check back in with them a week later and then 2 weeks after that to make sure that everything's going well and that they're getting good results. And do they have any questions? What is the best thing about it so far? Are their pants fitting a little looser? Whatever, they're sleeping better. That way I know that they're going to be successful, and that makes me happy. Just today, I started my monthly newsletter kind of thing. I'm going to send it to both customers and ambassadors. I wanted to share information with all of them about Plexus products and the Plexus business, and maybe the products that they've never used before. I sent it out today for my first time. I'm also kind of including events coming up, or kind of give them a section about do they have questions? There's something they want to ask that maybe they wouldn't feel comfortable doing otherwise. I don't know. We'll see how successful it is. But these are some of the things I do, and there again, it just comes back to me wanting to make sure that my customers and my ambassadors feel like they're not all by themselves and they can ask anything. If they have a problem, I'm there for them. That's just, to me, is real important. So that's about it.
Okay, guys, I swear my computer is possessed. It kept unmuting me as Sheila was talking, and then I'm trying to mute myself and it won't. Anyways, thank you so much. I just love the way that you're doing it, and I love the relationships. I love that you're getting in front of people. I love that you're giving out, the little reminders in person, face to face. I love when you tell me, you've got this one friend and you guys email each other like every morning just to see how you're doing. It's just neat. I think you're really, really good at building relationships, and it's awesome for me to walk into El Rancho and see you sitting there at a table building those relationships and working your plexus,
Mark Lexus.
And I will tell you guys, that's something that a while back I was like, I need to do more of that right there. And like when I signed up Cassidy, I had been following up with her. That happened because we went to lunch, and got face to face. Didn't know her that well. It was a great lunch. So I love that. And I love your newsletter. You guys, she did a great job on this newsletter. She has a few different sections and she made it simple. Everything's like maybe a little paragraph. It's not too long. It's not something that you're going to look at and not want to read because it's going to, take you an hour or whatever. She did amazing on it. Something that I really want to look at doing myself. So before we started this call, we actually chatted a little bit about posting that on the team page so we can share it with you guys, because I think it is an excellent idea. Okay, so thank you so much, Sheila. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jimmy.
You're welcome, hon. I am going to turn it over to Mandy to kind of talk a little bit about expanding our network and, adding new people. So.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. Sheila, I love your newsletter. I would love to see that. I'm excited to see that. And as you were talking about it, I was thinking like, there's companies, other MLMs that I've bought from as a customer, and I get their monthly newsletter. Like whoever I bought from, they're sending me a month. I've never thought about doing this. That's just, I love it. Good job on that.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about expanding your network and some of the things that, building the relationships, which Sheila just talked about, but just some of the ways that, that I've done it and it's worked out for me. All on Facebook, for the most part, some of it's not on Facebook, but one thing I want to start with, and I know we've all said it before, but just a reminder, when you meet somebody out and about, I've gotten into a habit of saying, are you on Facebook? Type your name in, let's be friends. And I haven't even talked plexus to them at all. And I've gotten customers that way. I can't even tell you how many times that then later they see my posts, of course, but I haven't even talked to them about that. So I'm just in the habit of that. I just had them on my phone and have them type in their name. So there's, they know what their profile picture looks like and they can friend themselves on my phone. And then, I just tell them to make sure you accept it and get friends that way. That's one way. Another is Facebook groups. There's so many groups out there and I know we're all part of a ton. We get added to them, but we can ask to join them. We can go through and search, and I really have to think about it and kind of be creative, not just these ones that there's hundreds of thousands of people in, but some more local. I'm part of a running group in Tucson, which isn't super local for me, but a friend of mine was in it. And so I knew about the group. So I joined that one and I've gotten a ton of friends that way. And those are people that are into health, they're into running. So they're really interested in the product. So a running group is a great one. They don't know I don't run that much. There's photography groups, whatever your interests are. Recipes. I know that the photography and recipes that Kara, who's on the on Dusty's team, it has gotten tons of customers that way through her groups and her hashtag. She's really good at that on Instagram. I'm not as good at that. And I know there's a video going around with the Ryans, with Bridget Ryan, that talks about doing hashtags on Instagram. I'm not great at that, but I need to learn that. And get a lot of people that way. Then local meetup groups. I'm out here, there's not a lot of people around here, but I know in Tucson they have a lot of groups that are for meetups for singles or for couples. So that's always a good one to join those, but just whatever, be creative and think about your interests and search groups. And I guarantee there is a group out there for what you're interested in close by to you. If not, start one, you be in charge of it. Another one that I was talking about with one of my ambassadors today, they joined a gym, which was out of their comfort zone because the gym here in Wilcox is very cliquish, and all the girls in it are just already in their clique. And so it's kind of out of her comfort zone to join it, but she joined it and did a challenge that they were doing and was posting about it every day. And she got a customer out of it, met new people. So she put herself out there, even though she was so uncomfortable with it. She got a new customer from it. Yoga groups. I'm going to start going to yoga tomorrow. I've been wanting to for a long time, but I'm going to expand my network that way, and some ladies that are in there that aren't part of my circle at all. So I'm excited about that. Oh, there's also back on Facebook, there's mom groups, tons of mom groups out there. Look, and your local pages. I know there's all those yard sale pages. You can be active on those. Even if you're not selling something, people are always asking questions. You can respond to somebody. And once you start talking, you know, friend them. Friend people, for Pete's sake. Hold on. Yep, that was it. That was all my notes that I had. But just really think about it. What's in your area or things that you're into that are more unique and that you could get a small network. And just when you're in those groups, make sure you're commenting, liking, and looking at the posts every day. And that's all I have for you.
Awesome. Thank you. I have to tell you guys what she was just saying about like the moms groups. Somebody added me to like a local group for like young moms. And I completely forgot it was there. I saw it over on the side the other day. I went in there a couple of days in a row. I try to send out like 10 friend requests a day. And I just started friending the moms that were in that group. And I've had several of them accept, and they haven't interacted on my Plexus post yet, but like they immediately went to my page and, you know, started liking, you know, pictures I had posted and stuff like that. So I was really excited about that. Probably something I should have done a long time ago. I just forgot I was part of that group. So I need to kind of go look through that a little bit more. So great tips, Mandy. Thank you. I've actually added with just the friend requesting people. It's kind of something that I took from John here. He's been really good about doing that. I've added a lot of people to my Facebook since I think November when I started doing that. And those are the people that I'm working on right now. I mean, just cold contacts. And I sent out 15 messages yesterday about Plexus. And within, I'd say maybe an hour, I had two of them responded to me. And one is actually sending the information to a friend of hers because I got to talking about, you know, why I do Plexus. And she's like, oh, this would be perfect for that friend. So I was glad that I finally started reaching out to those people. So anyways, that wasn't even what I was going to talk about, but I just had to add that in there. I want to talk a little bit about getting new ambassadors off to an easy start. You know, it's different for everybody when they sign up. Some people jump right in and are posting, just turn into the crazy Plexus lady or guy, you know, right off the bat. Don't really seem to have much fear with it. Some people maybe take a little bit longer. Everybody's learning styles are different, and their pace they learn at, so you kind of got to fill it out with them. But something that I think that would maybe ease them into it a little bit easier and maybe yield some faster results for them is, number one, helping them with that first post. Just telling them, you know, just post to your friends about what you're doing. Even, you know, if you're not in it to, you know, take it to the top and go diamond or whatever, encourage them to try to get their products paid for. Because honestly, guys, it's not real difficult to do. And there's no reason why any of us should be paying for our products. I have not paid for mine since my first order. That's the last time that I've actually had to pay out of pocket. So just, you know, doing like maybe a selfie with their pink drink or a picture of their products or whatever, and just saying, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. If you would like information, let me know and I can help you with that. I mean, just something simple like that. And another option on that is to maybe not mention the word plexus. Don't even take a picture or whatever. Just say, you know, I'm doing something to lose weight, or I'm doing something, I need more energy. And sometimes people will come want to know, what is it that you're doing? You know, that might pique a little bit more interest. So just something on the lines of either one of those. And then having them think of 3 people before you even tell them to make the list of 100. Just think of 3 people and reach out to them and tell them what you're doing, and then pull them into a conversation with their sponsor. Whether it be a 3-way phone call, or getting together in person if they're all local, or, you know, a 3-way message chat through Messenger. That way the sponsor can help answer questions, explain plexus to them a little bit. And then the new ambassador kind of learns that way. Dana and I did that with several people. And actually by the second call, she was interrupting me because she knew what I was going to say. And that's kind of how she learned how to do it. And then another thing is Mandy and I are doing these weekly events for the team, which you guys have been awesome at utilizing. I want to see those new ambassadors utilizing that. It's the perfect way. Talk to those 3 people, then get them on a PJ party, or if it's the online opportunity meeting, so that they can learn more, get more information about the products, and, you know, hear all of our excitement about it and everything. And then also the last thing that I would say is schedule a 3-way welcome call if you can get them to do it. Those have been huge for me. Dana and I did that, and Dana was a wholesale ambassador. She was not working the business. I got her on a welcome call with Jeannie, and we provided support as far as our products go, and Jeannie planted the seeds about not keeping it a secret and getting her products paid for. She still adamantly said, I need them to work for me first before I can tell anybody about them. And we said, that's fine. And that's what she did. And a few weeks later, she was working the business, and she is rocking it. And a lot of that has to do with that 3-way welcome call. And it's, to be honest with you, I don't know as far as Mandy's team goes, but with my team, it's something that doesn't seem like it's really duplicated very much. So I really want everybody to think about that and to try those. Once you do one with your new ambassador and your sponsor, you will be amazed at the excitement. I always send out welcome emails to my new ambassadors, and sometimes it doesn't get done for a week or 2. Last night, I sent those out, and these were ambassadors that have signed up in the last week. I was immediately getting messages back, and they were excited. They were responding to me. So I think that's another piece that I'm going to throw in there, is trying to send them the welcome message, whether it's through email or through Messenger or whatever. Like, if not the same day, within a couple of days, while they're excited, so they feel that connection. Okay, so that's pretty much all I had. And I want to mention, I know most people on here are not in Arizona, but people will be watching this recording. So on the 20th, we have the Scottsdale Opportunity Meeting by corporate. For anybody that is in Arizona, especially like, you know, in the Phoenix area, please, please, please get there and bring people. Corporate is doing a contest, a drawing. You get entered if you bring a non-plexus guest. If you're on my team, I'm doing a drawing for the guests as well as a drawing for my ambassadors. And I think Jeannie's going to be coming up with something as well. And we have several people from our team that's going to be speaking. I'm going to be giving my business testimony, and I'm pretty excited about that, to be asked to do that, because to me big deal, kind of like I've done something, you know, not just being asked for the health part there, but the health part is awesome too. And I'm super excited that Sheila's going to be giving her health testimony. And I think Loretta is. There's a couple other people on Jeannie's team, and Liberty is also doing her business testimony. So it's going to be really, really good. And you can bring your friends and be like, these are my friends. These are real people. I know these people. It's going to go a long ways. So if you're in the area, I hope that you take full advantage of this. And that's pretty much all I got. Do you have anything else, Mandy? Nope. All right.
Nope, I don't. But if you're not going to be in Scottsdale, I know there's opportunity meetings everywhere. So I hope you make it to one that's close to you for sure.
Yeah. Thank you for throwing that in there. Marilyn, is there one in Idaho? Do you know? Yeah. Great. And then you're set up.
Yes, there's one in Boise. There's one in Boise, and I have a friend who wants to carpool with me up there. So that's great. She's not on my team, but she's a Plexus gal that lives close, and we're making a real good friendship, and we're going to go together.
Good. And you know what?
And there's a training meeting the night before that, a Sunday night. The opportunity meeting is on Monday, and the trainers are Helen McFadden and May Darling. So I am stoked.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
They're speakers at the opportunity meeting.
Yeah, I've had training with Helen before. Were you at that, Mandy? Did you go to the boot camp? Yeah. Helen and Dusty and Molly Orr did a boot camp here in Arizona for us that was amazing. So you will love that. And I cannot even imagine like a training with May Darling. She's amazing. So that is going to be really, really good. And that's exciting that you're going with someone that even if they're not on your team, those are important relationships to have. So you may end up finding a power partner out of that because, you know, I mean, Mandy and I are on the same team as far as like Jeannie goes, but we're not under each other or anything like that. So.
Right. I actually did she called it a sip and see, but it was a online party last Friday or 2 weeks ago, Friday. I did that with her in her little camper trailer on her iPad. It was fun. But we're getting to know each other, and I think it's going to be really great.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome. And John, are you going to one up there?
Yeah, March 15th, there's one in Edmonton.
Great.
It takes about 4.5, 5 hours to drive one way.
And that's commitment and determination, and I am so proud of you for that. I want to cry right now. You know, sometimes I can't get people to drive 10 minutes for one, so I am so proud of you. Well, and you too, Marilyn, because I know where Boise is and I know where Twin Falls is. I kind of lived between the two at one time. So you're making a commitment too. That is great. And then is there one where Amy's at? I don't know if she can. I think she's driving or something. Do you know, Mandy?
Amy, is there one in New York? Yeah, I'm sure there's one in New York. But
yeah,
if you're on the East Coast, it's like really far to drive 30 minutes.
Yeah.
There was one scheduled in Toronto, and then I think, Connie, you said that it came off, it's not on the list anymore? I'm not sure. I'm thinking maybe they had to reschedule it or something, but.
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I'll have to look.
It's not there
Amy
anymore.
will know. We're
It's
talking
not?
about you, Amy.
That's 45 minutes for me as well, but
Oh, wow.
big deal.
Yeah. So how far, John and Connie, like how far do you guys live apart?
About 3,000 miles.
Much like,
Okay. I wasn't sure where you were each located. I mean, I'm always thinking
I'm near Toronto. He's in
they're neighbors, you know. Okay.
no, it's probably the same distance as New York and Arizona.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I've made that trip twice.
Canada is actually wider than the United States because the
Is it really?
continent kind of gets wider as it goes north.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, if you were to drive it, it would probably take what, 2-3 days, I guess, depending on how many hours a day.
54 straight hours driving.
Okay, that's long 3 days. Maybe say 3-4 days.
Yeah, so you guys are going to stick with Zoom for a while, right?
Well, I could go to Edmonton because I have family there, but it's a lot of money to go for an evening meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 2 hours.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for showing up and joining us. And Sheila and I will work on getting that post up with the, I lost the word, the newsletter. So I think you guys are going to love it. So. Okay. Give me
I had a question.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even ask if anyone had any questions. I'm sorry.
They had sent out that notice today that they were going to do the end of month on March, or today at before midnight. But I was wondering what happens if I have a customer her order went through today. Like she put in her first order on the 1st of February. So today her second order went through. But that'll come on March.
Yes, that will.
That's right.
Yeah, that will be on March's commissions. What they're doing for today is if there were any pending orders, auto shipments from February that had not gone through, like I had a couple on my team that had not gone through. Okay, hold on, baby. They were going to rerun those today and give people an opportunity to go into the website and pay for it themselves or call corporate and get that fixed. So if those particular orders go through, then we'll get the points and stuff for that. Okay. But any new orders that are placed today go on March. Does that make sense?
Okay, good. That answers my question. I was hoping that's the way it would be, but
yeah.
I didn't.
Well, and it's really awesome that they did that. I've never seen them run it the next like that. I was very grateful that they did because I had a couple that were stuck. So, alrighty. I think I saw Amy's question. I know that there was a list of those like on Dusty's team page, but it didn't have the details on like where it was. John, or Connie, where did you guys see that, that one was off the list? Where did you go to find that information?
I Googled it, and then that was a month ago or so, and it was on there. No, it isn't.
I think there was something in back office. I don't know if it was
There
on
might be a leak.
email or something, but I think it was. I'm just going to try to see if I can find it. I think it was a message or.
Okay. Well, and I kind of recall maybe Jeannie posting something, a link that you could go to or something to get the flyers, I think. So I'm sure Mandy can find it, or Jeannie can lead her in the right direction. So yeah, because we all want to get to those meetings. They're incredible. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and stop recording, and thank you guys for showing up, and thank you for anybody that listens to the recording later. You guys have an awesome March.